It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other. From the moment they're tabbed, the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And here we go at Mile High. Marvin Mims now to return it. And look at this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Offense to the line for second down. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set third down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush, because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fight's deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. So here come the Titans now to get their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminded yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And you also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week.
He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. Well, I don't know if I've ever seen this before, partner. The first time they touch the ball, somehow it ends up as a safety.
Somehow, some way. How about we just call it unfortunate for one side? But I tell you what, if we get a safety on the first touch of this game, I can't wait to see what we're in store for today.
Nice positivity there. So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. Begins his return at the 16. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Nix from the gun. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First and 10 from the 41. Play action with Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete. It's Ingram. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. Let's see what they went with on third down. They'll throw again. Nix. To the sideline. Catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First and 10 now from the 30. Nix looking to throw. Finds a man. Adam Troutman has it. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They have themselves another first and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, kid, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
To throw, here's Nix. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Nix. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Blitz coming. Nix. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Dobbins goes up and over for the touchdown. The Broncos grow their early lead to 8. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos push the lead to 2 scores now. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, it's James Prochet. And this drive will start inside the 25. So Tennessee headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. He's got a gain of 6 there. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He's dropping back to throw. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Pass play coming here. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Now on 4th down, one of the greats, Johnny Hecker, out to punt this away. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Nix with it on first. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Taken down by Sebastian Joseph Day. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Third down run by Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Punting unit out now. Mason Kinsey to return this for the Titans. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They'll throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Now a toss, it's Pollard. Broke through the tackle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw here on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Tyler Lockett on that play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
The give on 2nd to Pollard. Open space inside the 40. So the long run a positive, but we see the negative here as one of his blockers in some distress following the play. All right, set now, 1st and 10. the play fake. He'll throw. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now looking to throw. Caught by Pollard. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. Up and good from Joseph. And it's back to a one-score game now. The deficit is 6.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Denver set to take the field on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 43. He just throws this one away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 46. Dump off caught by his back. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the 1st down marker.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Nix from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Titans taking over. Not much time remaining in the half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they may be able to put a little something together here before halftime. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. That one's cut along the left sideline. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw it on 1st down. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. Touchdown, Tennessee! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Broncos taking the field for the final time in this first half. They're up by just 2, so you have to think they just want to get to the locker room. Throwing on first down, Nix. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. So we've reached halftime in Denver. The hometown fans, yeah, they're feeling good. Their Broncos have the lead. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. We were treated to a fine first half from running back J.K. Dobbins. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Crochet with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here's the Tennessee offense getting ready to start our third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. To the air now on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 42. Completed to Lockett. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing it again here. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31. Finds him over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running right, here's Pollard. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. He's going to throw this one. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
On third down, Pollard. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Pollard on 1st and goal. Gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take the lead right away in half number 2. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Sly to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans jump in front now by 5. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos offense all set to go. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Nix with it on 1st. He's on the move. He takes it himself. 16 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Play action with Nix. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it again. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Nix escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Nix off the play action. Chased out to his right. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Well, we call that protection lookout. Like the O-line yelling back at the quarterback, look out! Because they have no answer right now with back-to-back sacks by the defense. They've got this crew offensively guessing.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They motion a receiver left. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And they stop him right at the line of scrimmage as Tom runs out in the quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Titans have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. And the catch is made, but he's out of bounds. Oh, wait a second, but there's a penalty on the play. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Shotgun snap to Nix. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Titans will get set to take over. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Juke the defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's 3rd down now. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Took his shot at 6 that time. 4th down coming up.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Nix from the gun. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's a nickel look by the Titans, 3rd down. Man in motion here. He'll throw it. Mims with the grab. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Offense going for it here, 4th and 5. Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. The ball came in at the right time, give him 9 yards, and a successful conversion on 4th.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. On the move, headed right. Took off with it again. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos down by only 2 in the 4th. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown, and you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
All or nothing, they'll run it. And he gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the 4th quarter. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the 2nd half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Titans and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Right back to Pollard. And he's brought down for a loss. Third and 4 coming up now. Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's good for 7 yards. And the Titans will have a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Titans in the hurry-up, trying to get this play off fast. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Titans in the hurry-up, trying to get this play off fast. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here he is to throw. Pass taken in by Pollard. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Titans in the hurry-up, trying to get this play off fast. He'll look to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Here's the give to Pollard. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, they waited right until the end to use this final timeout. Only 6 seconds left on the clock. An entire game now hangs on this attempt by Joey Sly. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one. The entire game now resting on the right foot of this kicker. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And that, folks, is your game winner.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win on the road for the Titans. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.